downside to the DJ, huh?
After 4 straight wins, the Legacy, the 3-game losing streak, now looking to bounce back against the team that they played close baseball games against. It's the West Coast Kings Black. June 11th, a 1-run win, 5-4, and then on the 14th, a walk-off win, 10-9, off of a wild pitch. Now, you can only expect another close one here on this beautiful Thursday afternoon at CSM Field. It's the Legacy, it's the Kings coming up next. Welcome into CSM Field. I'm Nate Martin, your broadcaster for this evening's contest between the West Coast Kings and the Menlo Park Legacy, as we have first pitch underway at 5:04 p.m.
First pitch, 5:04.
On the mound today for the West Coast, for the Menlo Park Legacy, is Ryan Johnson, the tall right-hander. Plays at Cabrillo College. And in the box right now for the West Coast Kings is second baseman Mike Aikawa. First pitch was called strike. Now it's even up at 1-1 as that is fouled off. Brings the count to 1-2. Ryan Johnson working with a 5-pitch mix. He's got a sinker and a fastball. Those are his 2 primary pitches. And then has a changeup, curveball, and cutter to do some fun stuff with, as that is kind of even up at 2 apiece. Two pitch to Aikawa. Swing and a miss. Ryan Johnson starts his day off with a strikeout. Exactly how you want to start the game.
Second, the shortstop, number 10, Dylan Hillman.
Especially when we know these two teams play in close games. Last week, they played each other twice. Both games were decided by a run. Second pitch, high ball, 1 to the second batter, that is Dylan Hillman. Shortstop for this evening's contest. Pitch, low, called for ball. Brings the count to 2-0. Two-0 pitch to Hillman. And he went around. 2-1 is out of count. The lineup today for the Kings, Aikawa led off, followed by Dylan Hillman in the 2 spot, playing shortstop this evening. Jack Castagnola is the right fielder for today's contest. He's batting third. As that is hit, bobbled by the third baseman, and it will be safe at first. That was Stuart Cash at third, unable to make the play, and that will be a 1 out.
Batting third, right fielder,
Hit.
number 34, Jack Castagnola.
For Dylan Hillman. Castagnola now to the plate, batting from the left-hand side. Shane Santaga is batting fourth. He's on deck right now, followed by Brandon Klitzby, the catcher in the 5-hole. Jacob Johnson's batting 6th at hot corner. Brady Wright, the left fielder, at 7. Drake Poitras, the DH, is batting 8th. And closing things out in the 9-hole is Braden Braga, as the count is 1-0. And the ball is lost. And Hillman slides in safe at second. Nick Thompson was unable to handle the toss from Johnson, and now there's a runner in scoring position with 1 out. In last Tuesday's contest between these two teams, the Kings scored a run in the top of the first, now with a runner in scoring position, looking to do so again, but Johnson bounces back there with a strike. It's even the count up at 1 apiece. 1 out, 1 on. Castagnola, the lefty, wearing the navy blue helmet with the UC Davis logo on there. That'll be inside. Hillman thought about going instead. It is ball 2. Casagnola just finished his freshman year up in Davis for the Aggies. Is a teammate of the catcher for the Legacy today, Matteo Blandino, who's also wearing the navy blue, so synonymous with UCD. So that was a strike right there. Count is even up at 2-2. Pitch on the way from Johnson. It'll be ruled strike 3 looking. 2 strikeouts already for the tall righty.
Batting fourth, center fielder, number 3, Shane Santaga.
This time got the hitter looking, so showing that he can get it done. Swinging and looking, get command and velocity. All working today so far for Ryan Johnson. As that brings up the 4-hole hitter, Shane Santaga. 2 outs, 1 on, and that'll be outside. Ball 1. Johnson pitched 8 2/3 innings last season for Cabrillo College. Had 6 strikeouts in those innings. Wasn't used too much, but called upon, he showed that he can get the punch-outs. 1-0 pitch. Big lead taken by Hellman, but ended up not going, as that is called strike 1. Before Cabrillo College, Johnson played his high school ball in Sunnyvale at King's Academy. Looks back to Hellman. Throws, and that'll be high and outside for ball 2. In the field today for the Menlo Park Legacy, catching for Ryan Johnson and Colin Science is Matteo Blandino. On first is Nick Thompson, second baseman Stevie Murata. That'll be high for ball 3. On third, and shortstop, is Kyler Bittner. And third is Stuart Cash. And then left to right in the outfield, it's Tyler Wong, Kieran Baker, and Donnell Daniels. 3-1 pitch to Santaga. That is fouled off. Full count pitch now already. 2 outs, 1 on here in the top of the first. Ryan Johnson with an opportunity to start out his day with 3 strikeouts. Gonna get it done. Payoff pitch. Gathers himself. Looks back. Release runner goes. That'll be ball 4. Johnson's
Batting fifth,
walk the batter there.
the catcher, number 27, Brandon Clisby.
Bringing up Brandon Clisby. Clisby is the catcher for the Kings in this evening's contest. Went to Monte Vista High School, one of a few guys in the lineup from high school out in Danville. First pitch will be ruled strike 1 in the zone. Clisby didn't like what he saw there, didn't take a swing at it. Instead, is now behind 0-1. Runner on second is Hillman. Runner on first is Santaga. Looks back to Hillman. Both of these runners showing very aggressive leads. Hillman especially. Johnson has been looking over his shoulder. Majority of these at-bats keeping Hillman in check. 1-1 pitch. And that is hit foul. Brings the count to 1-2. 1-2, 2 outs, 2 on here in the top of the first. Still a scoreless contest. But a hit into the outfield could score the run. Dylan Hillman, speedy base runner at second. Instead, that'll be high for ball 2. That was the curveball there from Ryan Johnson. One of his first times pulling it out in today's contest. Mainly been, as mentioned, sticking to his heaters, the fastball and sinker. Pitch. Fouled off, staying alive is Klitsby. And what has turned into an increasingly long at bat. Johnson's had a couple of these innings. Pitch count certainly getting up there. 25 pitches so far. And that is hit towards the middle infield, fielded by the shortstop, Bittner. And that will be the third out of the inning. 2 reached base, 2 struck out. Final out is a force out at second as we head into the bottom of the first when we return. Baker, Daniels, and Wong, all the outfielders up to bat for the Legacy. Welcome in here, bottom of the first. Top of the first, Ryan Johnson struck out 2 batters, as well as no runs on the scoreboard. Still scoreless as we enter the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Legacy is Kieran Baker. On the mound is Kiefer Kiley. The first pitcher's route of ball 1. That ball 2 now, 2-0 to Baker. Lineup for the Legacy today. Baker leading things off, followed by Donnell Daniels on deck. That'll be just foul. 2-1. Tyler Wong is in the 3-hole, followed by Mateo Blandino at 4, Nick Thompson at 5, Kyler Bittner at 6, and closing things out at 7, 8, 9. It's Raul Soria, Stevie Murata, and Stuart Cash. As that is hit foul into territory. First baseman Braden Braga makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Bringing up Donnell Daniels.
Batting second, the right fielder, number 26, Donnell Daniels.
Daniels, entering his senior year at CSU East Bay, is the 2-hole hitter for today's game. First pitch, looks at that one for strike one. Kylie pitched against this Legacy team in Friday's game and didn't have the best of days. Only pitched 1/3 of an inning, gave up 2 earned runs off of a hit and a walk. Looking to bounce back after that tough one. Gets the ball there, 1-1. With some higher velocity to what we're used to seeing here in the BACL. That was 87 there on that pitch. 86 this time on the foul ball. Brings the count to 1-2. Count is 1-2 to Daniels. The righty has a lower stance and takes a massive hack there that misses for the first strikeout for the Legacy this evening. Bringing up Tyler Wong.
Batting third, left fielder, number 7, Tyler Wong.
The Tufts Jumbo, been one of the best players this season so far for the Legacy. Provided clutch hit after clutch hit, made some nice plays in the field as well. This is his first pitch. And hits that one into left center. Getting back is a center fielder, and that will be off the wall for a extra base hit. Wong is going 3, and he is held up by the third base coach for a 2-out triple. That one went to the deepest part of the ballpark. 98 off of the bat. Went 381. Unlucky not to leave.
Number 28, Mateo Blandino.
Bringing up Mateo Blandino, will now be looking to score. Wong looks at that pitch for ball 1. As time is called, catcher Clisby talking things over with Kylie. It's already a better day than what Kylie did on Friday. Now going 2/3 innings instead of 1/3. I would expect him to go a little further, knowing him the bullpen warming up so far. Kylie, his fourth batter face, Blandino at the plate, the righty. Calling signs behind the plate this evening for the Legacy. That is 2-0 to the UC Davis Aggie. Third pitch. Outside again. 3-0. 3 pitches, 3 balls. Blandino, one of 2 D1 players on the roster for the Legacy. The count is now 3-1 after the foul ball. Fifth pitch. And that one, he reaches the zone. 3-2. Nice breaking ball there from Kiefer Kylie, who's now 3-2 pitch. 2 outs. Runner at third. And the draws the walk, Blandino. Runners on the corner for the 5-hole hitter, Nick Thompson, playing first.
First baseman, number 5, Nick Thompson.
Thompson, a guy that you can kind of move around the infield, a utility guy. He's also played a lot of innings in the outfield for the Legacy today at first. First pitch. High and outside, 1-0. Thompson, also the only switch hitter on the roster for the Legacy. Backing from the left-hand side against the righty, Kylie. This count is brought up to 2-0. 2 outs. And plate umpire telling some of the Legacy players to get back in the dugout. It's a crowded dugout. Everyone's in there. And that is outside. 3 pitches, 3 balls. Kylie turning the bottom of the first into an extended inning as well. Things were going pretty well for him until the first pitch swinging triple from Wong. As Blandino goes to second, it won't count as a steal. Instead, it'll just be a 4-pitch walk, loading the bases for Kyler Bittner.
Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 8, Kyler Bittner.
Bittner plays his college ball at Kenyatta. A solid infielder for the Legacy. Hit .295 for the Colts, an OBP of .438. So he likes to reach base, and well, if he draws a walk here, it will score a run. 2 outs, bases loaded. Already, the Legacy forcing the Kings to do some work. That is hot. No, that'll be strike 2. Kylie has been struggling this inning to get ahead in counts. Now ahead 0-2 with bases loaded, 2 outs. The perfect time to do so. Pitch. And that'll be ball 1. Kylie thought that was strike 3 looking. Instead, heads back to the mound for the 4th pitch of the AB. Bittner under some pressure. Can he handle it? Looks at that one for ball 2. 88 mile an hour there on the fastball. Blandino, big lead at second. And that'll be strike 3 looking. The Legacy leave 3 batters, 3 runners on base as we head into the top of the second. Still scoreless, 0-0. Top of the second, scoreless here as we head to the 6, 7, 8 batters for the Kings order. It's Johnson, Wright, and Poitras. Starting off with the third baseman, Jacob Johnson looks at that one for a called ball 1. Johnson started his day with 2 strikeouts. Looking to carry that momentum here in the top of the second. Gets a foul ball. It's a count up at 1-1. Johnson, the Las Lomas High School product, facing the Legacy for their 3rd game against each other. These 2 teams have some history for sure. And, you know, we talked a bit about how the Legacy looking to get back on track. They've had 3 straight losses, but I'm sure the Kings want to avenge their 2 losses. That is hitting to deep left field, giving chases Wong, and he will not be able to make the catch. That'll be extra bases for Jacob Johnson, the leadoff double. Could be crucial here for the Kings as they look to strike first in today's contest.
Number 13, Brady Wright.
Also, their first hit of the contest. Bringing up Brady Wright. He was actually the Los Lomos High School product. And looks at that one for called ball 1. Johnson, Cabrillo College pitcher, looks back to second. Already has gotten himself into pressure, now behind the count here, 2-0. Certainly not the same start to his previous inning of work where he struck out the first batter he faced. 2-0 pitch. Finds his own, 2-1. Confidence boost there for Johnson. Fourth pitch of the AB looks back to Jacob Johnson. That'll be fouled off. Brings the count to even, 2-2. 1 on here in the top of the second. Nobody out. Managing the Kings today, filling in for Sparky Gray, who's having a couple days off. Unspecified reasons. It's Kyle Gross. The dugout calling the signs. That'll be ball 3, full count. With 1 on, nobody out. It was a nice pitch from Johnson that just couldn't find the zone. Cries of do it again, find that. Similar pitch. Just a little bit further down in the zone, or I got a swing and miss. Payoff pitch. High and dropped by Blandino. That will be a walk to put 2 on now, first and second, to bring up Drake Poitras.
The designated hitter, number 19, Drake Poitras.
Poitras, DH today for the Kings. He played his high school ball at San Ramon Valley on the East Bay. A lot of these guys, East Bay natives, as that's where the Kings are located, in Concord. Pitch. High. Ball 1. Johnson losing a bit of the command that he had in the top of the first as the pitching coach is coming out to talk things over. As we will move it in the dugout potentially. Couple guys now heading over to the bullpen. I believe I saw Christian Klosterman heading over. That is yet to be seen. On deck for the Kings is Braden Braga. And following him will be Mike Ikawa. It is 3 outs needed to be had here. There's nobody out, 2 on. And Johnson already behind in the count, 1-0. Johnson looks back, 1-0 pitch. Finds his own, 1-1. Cheers from the dugouts and the stands on finding the zone there. That's what Johnson wants to hear. Boost his confidence a little bit. So we have the third pitch of the AB. It's back. Pitch, swing, and a miss. That's another thing you want to see if you're Johnson. Poitras unable to connect bat to ball there. As the count is now 1-2, 2 on, nobody out in the top of the second. Kings looking to break the deadlock. As he steps off the mound. Kind of sensed that Johnson was taking an extended lead there. Wanted to bring him back to second. A little bit of a shorter lead for Johnson. Pitch. just misses the zone. 2-2. Pitch. High. Umpire stays strong there. 3-2 now. A walk here loads the bases. It is essential to get this out. At least get the leadoff man out. Having a runner in scoring position is not ideal with nobody out. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout of a day for Johnson, who, with pressure on him, 2 on, nobody out, gets the
First baseman, number 2.
Gets the punch out, bringing up the 9-hole hitter, Braden Braga. Who, with runners on first and second, looks to bring at least one of them home. First pitch. Called strike 1. Johnson, ever since the mound visit, has been pitching pretty well. Got the strikeout just then. Now 0-1 to Braga. Second pitch. Misses. Evens the count up at 1-1. Braga, the first baseman, he'll be playing his college ball at Chaminade out in Hawaii. You know, when I think of Chaminade, I think of the great Maui Gym basketball tournament. A regular tournament as Johnson steps off the mound to gather himself. School I-10, Syracuse played Chaminade in the Maui Gym last year. Blew him out, and that's usually the result when you play Chaminade in the Maui Gym, but doesn't matter too much. We're talking baseball here. Brings the count to 1-2. 1 out, 2 on. 81 mile an hour there on the fastball. Johnson, as kind of mentioned, kind of fancies himself as more of a velocity guy. The two pitches that he throws the most are the sinker and the fastball. Sinker, a little bit higher velocity than the fastball, but that was 82, kind of towards the topper end of his velocity there. As the count is now 2-2. Johnson also has a changeup, curveball, and cutter if he wants to slow it down a bit. 2-2 pitch. 2 on, 1 out. And that is fouled off. Staying alive is Braga. As it is 2-2, 1 out. 2 on. Braga probably expecting a fastball. And gets it high. 3-2, full count now. Johnson was in a full count last time, struck out the batter. Can he do it again? Johnson gathers himself. Payoff pitch. Runners go, and that will be high. Ball 4. Bases loaded now for the top of the order. Mike Aikawa up to bat.
Now batting, second baseman, number 7, Michael Aikawa.
Aikawa plays his college ball at Lewis and Clark up in Oregon. Had some solid appearances for them last season. Pitch. High, ball 1. Aikawa had a pretty solid day in Friday's contest. Problem hitter for the Legacy. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. But he did start today's game with a strikeout. Looking to bounce back here in his second at-bat against Johnson. Ryan Johnson with bases loaded. The most pressure we've seen him under this game. Pitch. Wild pitch from Ryan Johnson. It is now runners at second and third and a run. As well as 2-2 to Aikawa. Of course, nice for the Kings to kind of have some karma come around on the wild pitch. They lost Friday's game off of the wild pitch. As Aikawa fouls that one off, 2-2 remains the count. And another extended at-bat for Johnson. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Aikawa. Fourth on the day for Johnson. That's a solid bounce back there after the wild pitch.
Shortstop, number 10, Dylan Hillman.
Dylan Hellman up to bat now. He reached base last time around. As Johnson gathers himself for the first pitch of the AB. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 out. That'll be looked at for strike 1. Hellman was an All-Bay Area third team at Monte Vista this past season. The righty playing shortstop today is clearly a threat. As he hits that one to third, fielded. That'll be tossed out at first. Stuart Cash makes the play in the field. As we head into the bottom of the second, Soria, Murata, and Cash, the back end of the order, got some work to do. Welcome in here, bottom of the second. Kings took the lead off of a wild pitch. 1-0 is the score. Bringing up the back end of the order for the Legacy. Raul Soria, Stevie Murata, and Stuart Cash batting this inning for the Legacy. Swing and a miss there from Soria. Soria this season always gives us some big whiffs. Big swing and misses. There's another one, 1-2. Last week he tossed his bat into the dugout. Looks at that one for ball 2. Heads to the backstop there. Count is now 2-2 to Soria. Looks at that one for ball 3. Soria plays his college ball at Fresno Pacific University, entering his redshirt senior year there, and takes strike 3 swinging. Strikeout on the day for Kylie.
Batting eighth, second baseman, number 34, Stevie Murata.
That brings up Stevie Murata playing second base today for the Legacy. First pitch, high, ball 1. Murata has his college ball up at CSU East Bay. One of a few guys on the team there. So that one, 1-1. Notably, Donnell Daniels batting second in the lineup, also CSU East Bay, man. Both of them are ending their senior years there this season. That'll be ruled strike 2 looking. Off-speed pitch from Kylie finds the zone. Kylie also plays his college ball in the East Bay at Chabot. That was a beautiful sweeping curve. And just misses 2-2. Had a 6.14 ERA there this past season. This is his hat there. Count is now loaded up at 3-2. On deck is the third baseman, Stuart Cash. Following him would be Devin Baker. Kieran Baker, excuse me, up at the top of the order. As that is strikeout number 2 in the inning for Kylie. Certainly a lot better of a day than Friday's contest,
Number 1, Stuart Cash,
where he surrendered 2 earned runs. Stuart Cash, the 9-hole hitter, comes up to the plate, looks at that one for strike 1. Fouls that one off, brings the count to 0-2. Cash plays his college ball at Grinnell College in Iowa. There's another guy that can kind of do it all for you. Mainly a middle infielder today, playing third. Also seen some minutes in the outfield. This count is now 1-2. Position kind of guy what head coach Nick White likes to see. That'll be the count to 2-2. Cash also was a two-way player this past season in Iowa. Had an inning pitched for now college. So that is looked at for ball 3. Got behind in the count now. Back up ahead, 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Legacy looking to answer back in the game. Pitch. Finds the zone, strike 3. Looking. Kylie strikes at the side. 1-2-3 as we head into the top of the third. Kings up 1-0. Here we are at top of the third. Ryan Johnson remains on the mound after 57 pitches through 2 innings. Arms certainly warmed up now as we enter the third. Fielded. Nice play there by the first baseman. It was Nick Thompson.
Now batting, center fielder, number 3, Shane Santaga.
And if that's something you want to see from a pitcher who's had 57 pitches through 2, it's now 58 through 2 1/3. 1 pitch out brings up Shane Santaga. So that one for ball 1. Nick White came up to the press box between innings to ask how many pitches Johnson has had. Gave a upset look at us when we revealed it was 57, as the count is now 1-1. And it's fouled off to 1-2. Which is why the righty Chris Rudell is warming up in the bullpen for the Legacy. The Kings also have an arm warming up. Remains to see if they will be coming in the game for the third, as that is hit into the left center gap. Santaga will be caught out by the center fielder, Kieran Baker. That is the second out of the inning to bring up
Now batting,
Brandon Clisby.
catcher, number 27, Brandon Clisby.
First pitch looked at for ball 1. Johnson, after the extended second, has gotten 2 quick outs here to start the third. As that is fouled off into foul territory. Thompson gives chase. It'll bounce off the roof. I will report that if he caught that, that would not have counted as out.
I'm trying to figure out how to go back to the top of the.
There you go. That one's fouled off. Thompson might have a easier time catching this one. Instead, it will be the second baseman, Murata, to make the third catch, third out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Johnson, what he needed after the extended first 2. When we return, top of the order for the Legacy, Baker, Daniels, and Wong up to bat. Here we are at bottom of the third. Kieran Baker up to the plate, lead off batter for the Legacy. Donnell Daniels up second. Tyler Wong third. That is looked at for ball 1. Baker swings and misses there, 1-1. Kiley also struggling a bit with pitch count. 42 through 2 innings, a little less than Johnson, but nonetheless, the Kings still have an arm warming up in the bullpen, as that is strike 2 in the count, 1-2 to Baker. Baker committed to play his college ball in the spring at this very field, CSM. Went to Lincoln High in the city. That'll be ball 2, evens the count up 2 apiece. Instead, excuse me, that'll be a full count, 3-2. Hit to third. Fielding the play is Johnson. He will be safe at first. Baker shows some speed there. Sprints and beats the throw from Jacob Johnson, as that will be an infield single and a runner at first with nobody out, bringing up Donnell Daniels. Daniels, this past season, played his college ball at CSU East Bay. Had a .302 batting average, 13 doubles and 3 home runs. Showing he has some pop in the bat, too. A couple triples as well. Looks at this one for called ball 2. Also led CSU East Bay in games started. So showed some durability as well. That you can put in every day and line up. As Baker goes, that'll be strike 1, and Baker will be safe at second. Baker steals, showing his speed once again. Made beat the tough throw from Johnson to reach base now on second with nobody out. 2-1 to Daniels. Looks back. Pitch. Finds the zone. 2-2. Before going to CSU East Bay, Daniels played some JUCO ball at Butte Community College up in Northern California. Small town up near Chico, was impacted heavily by the fires there a couple years back. Of course, Aaron Rodgers, the couple-time NFL MVP, Super Bowl winner, now playing for the Jets. Played his JUCO ball up there. Still feels very connected to the region as Daniels gets strike 3, swinging. Kiley struck out the side in the second. Gets another strikeout there from Daniels to bring up Tyler Wong.
Now batting left fielder number 7, Tyler Wong.
Wong last time had the 2-out triple. I'll tell you, if he hit another triple, that would be a tie ball game for the Legacy. Baker on at second with 1 out. Pitch. And will be blocked by the catcher, Klitsby. Good play there, and did not allow Baker to advance to third. Count is 1-0. Wong, the Tufts jumbo, received too much action up in Boston. Hits that one to third. Baker heads back to second, where he will remain for the second out of the inning. Which brings up Mateo Blandino to the plate. UC Davis Aggie was unable to drive in.
The catcher, number 28, Mateo Blandino.
Was unable to drive in the run in the first, which was Wong. He instead got walked. Looks at that one for strike 1. Looking beautiful. Breaking ball from Kai for Kiley. Blandino, the UC Davis man, looks at that one for ball 2, excuse me. 1-1 is the count. Had it right. First place. Pitch, swing, and a miss from Blandino. 1-2 is now the count. Blandino, before being at UC Davis, played his high school ball at Archbishop Mitty in San Jose. Looks at the 1-2 pitch. And strikes out looking. Kai for Kiley. Showing some of his best stuff here. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. A great start to the day for the righty as we head into the top of the 4th. 1-0 remains the score. Jacob Johnson to the plate here in the top of the 4th. Ryan Johnson remains on the mound. We were just kind of telling you about concerns about his pitch count through 2, but after that 3rd inning, only added 9 pitches of work. That is hit by Jacob Johnson. Already has 1 hit this game, and that one reaches the wall into the deepest part of the park. It will be a leadoff double for Jacob Johnson, who's 2 for 2 on the day. Had a leadoff double in the top of the 2nd to start to get the 1 run across the plate. And I believe that will be Brian Johnson's day as manager Nick White heads to the mound. It is. When we return, Chris Rudell will be coming to the game with a runner on 2nd. Pitching change
Brady Wright.
for the Menlo Park Legacy. It is Chris Rudell coming into the game, the righty from Westmount College. Looks back to second as enough man was showing bunt. That is Brady Wright, the left fielder. Said pulls it back in time for called ball one. Ryan Johnson's final line on the day had 3 innings pitched, 68 pitches, 2 hits, 1 run wasn't earned. As that'll be heading into the outfield, but narrowly avoiding it. I think if Johnson realized what was happening, he would have headed to third. Instead, stays it. Second, Blandino tried to catch him sleeping. Instead, count goes to 1-1. Johnson walked 3, struck out 4. Pretty solid final line of the day. Blandino does it again. As that'll be strike 2. Runner on second. You have to notice that the Kings have been taking a lot of extended leads at base. Johnson was aware of it, and it feels like this time around, Rudell and specifically Blandino are even more so aware of it, as that is called ball 2. Two pitch to Brady Wright. Will be hit to second. Fielding is Murata, and that will be the first out of the inning. Fielder's choice as the runner advances to third. 1 out, runner on third for the 8-hole hitter, Drake Poitras.
Drake Poitras.
Rudell, one of the few guys on the roster who played his high school ball at Bellarmine down in San Jose. The Bells, as they're known, one of the second oldest high school west of the Mississippi. That'll be looked at for ball 2. Drake Poitras is the batter in the box. Braden Braga is on deck. Runner on third is Johnson. Second time this game he's been there. As that'll be a hit for Poitras. Scores the second run of the game. Both times have been Johnson crossing the plate. The RBI single brings the score to 2-0 here in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, first baseman, number 2, Braden Braga.
Bringing up Braden Braga, the 9-hole hitter, first baseman from Chaminade. Dell, some work to do. Both Blandino giving chase to it, and will just miss the catch. Couldn't get to it in time, reached out, just missed the ball. As that'll be 0-1 on the foul ball with a runner on first. Braga plays college ball at Chaminade in Hawaii. Not a bad place to play some baseball in the spring, I have to say. Pitch. Blandino, quick to get up there. Keep these guys on their toes. One pitch to Braga. Runner goes. Will return to first off of the foul ball. But now you know Poitras thinking of stealing here. Something to keep in mind if you're Rudell. working with 85-mile-an-hour fastball there. Iron Velo guy on the roster. Goes back to first is Blandino. But Poitras always seems to make it back in time. Count is now 2-2, 1 on, 1 out. Riddell goes back to first. And will be safe. But every time you feel like these pickoff attempts are getting closer and closer to being successful. Poitras takes his lead. Braga awaits. So that'll be ball 3. Loads the count up at 3-2. Riddell getting himself into an extended at-bat, battling here with the 9-hole man, Braga. Payoff pitch. Runner goes. Hit the third. Will be safe at second. And out at first. Throw wasn't even made to second. Will be scored as a fielder's choice. Solid play there by the third baseman, Cash. To bring up the leadoff man, Mike Aikawa.
Second baseman, number 7, Michael Aikawa.
And specifically for this at-bat, maybe you wanted to keep Johnson in. Aikawa struck out twice to the righty. Now his first time facing Riddell this game. First pitch. In the zone, called for strike 1. 85 miles an hour there on the fastball. Riddell. Second pitch to Aikawa. Missed the zone this time. 1-1. Riddell pretty consistently at 85 on the gun. Looks back to second. And gets the swing and miss from Aikawa. Aikawa was pretty successful in Friday's 10-9 barn burner. Struggling a bit more today. Had a massive swing and miss there. 1-2. Fourth pitch. And will be outside, evens the count up at 2-2. Riddell. Looks back to second. Pitch. Misses the zone. Loads it up. 3-2 once again. Riddell with the full count. Situation he's been in before. Payoff pitch. Hit to second, and it will be out. Diving catch by Stevie Murata, who's flashed the glove a couple times so far this game. As we head into the bottom of the fourth. 1 run is scored. Thompson, Bittner, and Soria up to bat for the Legacy.
Leading off the inning for the Legacy, the first baseman, number 5, Nick Thompson.
Here we are, bottom of the fourth. Legacy down to the Kings, 2-0 as Nick Thompson approaches the plate for his second time around. Loud sound off the bat. But we'll be out at first. Flashing the glove there is Mike Aikawa. Bringing up Kyler Bittner, the shortstop for this evening's game.
The shortstop, number 8, Kyler Bittner.
And Kenyatta College man. What's that one for called? Excuse me. Ball 1. That time finds his own. 1-1. Kylie has been really pretty solid today, honestly. Kind of struggled against the Legacy lineup on Friday. He did some scouting this time around and has been pitching really well. Sometimes it's not your day. Today it is. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. Now here in the fourth. Count is now 3-1 to Bittner. And if you're Kylie, you don't want to let him on. Had 32 stolen bases last year for Kenyatta. Instead, that's what he does. 5-pitch walk to the righty. Brings up Raul Soria.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 28, Raul Soria.
Soria stepping in from the left-hand side for runner in scoring position. And as mentioned, Bittner can steal second. 32 stolen bases last year. Soria, first time around, struck out. And Bittner, we thought he was going to go there, instead holds up. Count is now 2-0. Soria. Bittner heads back. Pop off attempt unsuccessful. It'll be 2-0. Bittner back to first again. That time a little closer at the dive back. Kylie, very aware of the threat that Bittner poses on base. Pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3 pitches, 3 balls. It's Kylie's day. Had the leadoff walk in 5 pitches, now 3-0 to Soria. Get the pitch in the zone, fouled off. 3-1. As there's a chirp. One of the Legacy's players playing ball boy today. And a one-sided competition against the Kings dugout and collecting foul balls. As that'll be another 5-pitch walk. 2 men on. Bringing up Stevie Murata as Kyle Gross comes from the dugout. 2 5-pitch walks in a row for Kylie, and that just might be his day. And it will. When we return, a pitching change for the Legacy who have, for the Kings, 2 on, 1 out. Murata and Cash up to bat.
Please, now playing in left field for West Coast Kings, number 5, Gio Martini. Now playing at first base, number 20, Will Robbins. Now batting, number 34, Stevie Murata.
Welcome back in here.
I'm assuming those changes came
Bottom of the fourth brings with it some changes. And already, chirps of you've already talked to him. The new man, Jordan Robles, stepping in. Umpire shakes his head. No, it's not how we're rolling here. It's Thursday evening. Final line on Kiefer Kiley. 3 1/3 innings pitched. 71 pitches. Gave up no runs. Only allowed 2 hits. It's where the walks were kind of a concern for them. But on the bright side, 7 strikeouts. Legacy struggling with the punch out today, as that brings up Stephen Murata. 2 on, 1 out for the new man, Jordan Robles. First pitch finds the dirt. Both runners advance. We got 2 men in scoring position here for Stevie Murata. As they talk again, the catcher, Klitsby, talking things over with Robles.
so 5 for 13 and 20 for 2. Was the
Murata steps back into the box.
Okay. I'm assuming those took effect in the middle of the 4th.
Pitch. This time finds his own, evens the count up at 1-1. So already this game we've kind of seen the Legacy struggle with the punch out. Last game, yesterday's game here at CSM for the Legends, they were struggling with a punch out. The Crawdads pitcher, 4 or 5 innings, through 40 pitches, 33 of them were strikes. 7 or 8 strikeouts on the day. Strikeout bug seems to be in effect here at CSM the last couple days for the home team. Count is 1-2. Murata. High ball 2. Looked at that one in the zone. Just missed it. Umpire made the right call there. With runners on second and third, down by 2, it is still kind of early in the game, but it's essential you don't leave them on. Legacy left 3 on a couple innings back, but instead Murata strikes out to bring up Stuart Cash with 2 on, 2 out.
Now batting, third baseman, number 1, Stuart Cash.
Last time around, Cash was a victim of the strikeout from Kiley. Now he's got the task of driving in these runs. Soria at second. And Bittner at third. As that is hit into foul ball. It is actually fair. Just drops. Both runs score. It's a tie game on the bat of Stuart Cash. 2-run double from the Los Altos native. We got a tie ball game here, folks.
Now batting, center fielder, number 24,
A lot of the damage done this season for the Legacy has been off of 2-out hitting. Batters showing that when under pressure, when needing to be clutch, they step up to the plate and do so. The sun is shining bright there in right field. The way field is kind of is set, that almost hit the ump. Plaudits given to the catcher. As Kyle Gross is upset with the late time call there. As I was saying, the way the field is kind of set up, right field looking directly into northwest kind of direction where the sun usually sets. As that'll be outside. Ball 1. I wouldn't be surprised if that late time call from the home plate ump threw Robles off his game there. Kieran Baker up to the plate here with 1 on, 2 outs in a tie ball game. Legacy not wanting to stop the damage here. Looks back as Robles pitch in the dirt for ball 2. And if Baker gets on, as we kind of know already, he has some speed. Stole second in the third. Here in the fourth, fouls that one off into the bare hand of catcher Klitsby. Brings the count to 2-1. Robles, essential for the Kings to limit the damage here. Baker's already reached base once. Can he do it again? 2-1 pitch. Robles looks back to Cash. And that is hit into opposite field. Shallow right. Making the play is Castagnola for the 3rd out of the inning. But not before the 2-run double off of the bat of Stuart Cash. It's a tie ball game entering the 5th when we return. The Kings up to bat. Back here in the top of the 5th. Rudell still on the mound for the Legacy. To the plate is Dylan Hellman. In the 4th, we're going strike 1. The Legacy, specifically Stuart Cash, had the 2-run double, scoring Soria and Bittner. Both of those, and were led on by Kiefer Kiley as that will reach the backstop. Rudell's pitch brings the count to 2-1. Hillman up the bat right now. Looks at that one high. 3-1. Reached base in the 1st. Looking to do so again here in the 5th. Pitch. Hit into shallow center. It will drop for a base hit. Dylan Hellman, the leadoff man, is on. I got a pitch to swing at there and did so. Kind of what you expect in the 3-1 count. Bringing up Jack Castagnola. The right fielder and UC Davis Aggie. Kyle Root, not usually managing this West Coast Kings black team. But filling in for the absent Sparky Gray. Favorite name of ours up here in the press box. First pitch, and that'll be actually second pitch. Both of them old strikes. 0-2. After the foul ball there from Castagnola. Rudell looks back to first where Hellman stands. He has some speed on him. Something to keep an eye on. And he goes. And I think they're kind of expecting it. But Blandino unable to field it. Brings the count to 1-2 with Hillman, the leadoff man, now in scoring position. These two teams play back and forth games. Today is so far no exception. Kings had a 2-0 lead. Legacy brought it back to tie into the last inning. As that'll be a late strike 3 ruled. The dugout, the Legacy is ecstatic with that ruling. As Riddell now kind of picking up some strikeout numbers here, heading into the second out of the inning possibly. It's Shane Santaga. As the umpire requests more baseball, his next foul ball. Count is now 0-1 after the foul from Santaga. Second pitch. Misses the zone. 1-1. Fastball there, 84 on the gun from Robles. Rudell working with Rudell was working with a three-pitch mix, the fastball, sinker, and slider. Also saw him have a 12-6 in between innings. Yet to bust that one out. It has been the fastballs and sinkers working for him, as that will be the second out of the inning. 2 outs, 1 on. Bringing up a new man.
Number 16, Ethan Lopez.
Bringing up Ethan Lopez. Lopez played in Friday's game. Looks at that one, hitting the opposite field, and it will drop for a base hit and a run. Lopez holds up at 2. The Kings with the double take the lead. Kind of similar to Tuesday's game. The Kings had a 2-0 lead. Legacy came back, tied it up, and then it was just a ping-pong match of Kings having the lead and Legacy tying it back up 3-2 here in the top of the 5th. We'll see if we get a repeat of that. Rudell's first earned run of the day. As he has the runner on second there, goes to the off-speed 0-1. Ethan Lopez won the double there. His first pitch just went up swinging into opposite field. Got the best of that ball. So that'll be ruled. Ball 1. Jacob Johnson, been a problem man today. 2 doubles. Responsible for 2 runs, as that'll be ruled strike 2. One, 2, runner on second, 2 outs. Here for Chris Riddell. Pitch. Down in the dirt. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. Riddell gathers himself, looks back to Lopez. As that'll be high. Ball 3. Full count here. 2 outs, 1 on. Riddell getting himself into a spot of trouble, perhaps. If he lets him on, a 2-out rally could be happening here for the Kings. Payoff pitch. Finds the zone. Strike 3 looking. Kings reclaim the lead, but could have had more. We leaves a runner stranded as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Daniels, Wong, and Blandino up to the plate for the Legacy. As soon as the Legacy crawl back into the game, the Kings take the lead once again. 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Pinch hitting today for Daniels is his CSU East Bay teammate, Dom Nahar. That'll be looked at for a called ball 1. Into the game, now Lopez stays a catcher, and in at second, Benji O'Rourke for Mike Aikawa. Makes sense. Aikawa had a couple strikeouts and to start his day, as that will be almost hits Nahar. Count goes to 2-0. Robles struggled a bit last inning, gave up 2 runs. Not earned, but gave up the double for the bat of Cash. Give the 2-0 pitch for the leadoff man, who hits that up the gap for a leadoff single. Nahar, showing why he usually bats near the top of the order, reaches base off of the single to bring up Tyler Wong.
Now batting, left fielder, number 7, Tyler Wong.
Nahar at first is a threat on the base path, can steal here if needs must. As Robles looks over, having a bit of a staring contest with full of more native Nahar. As that'll be 1-0 to Tyler Wong. Wong, the Duff's Jumbo, had the 2-out triple in the top of the first, in the bottom of the first. Awaits the 1-0 pitch. And looks at that one for a called strike 1. Wong, before shipping up to Boston, as the in-between innings song that was just played is called. Played his high school ball at Sacred Heart Prep. Of course, Boston, a good city to be in right now. Boston Celtics just won a championship, as that will be a stolen base. Nahar in scoring position for Tyler Wong, who definitely can drive him home. One of the better hitters in the lineup for the Legacy. As well as Nahar having some speed on the base path. 2-1 to Wong. Robles looks back. Nahar goes again. And that will reach the backstop. Nahar slides in the third. Doing it for the show. 3-1. Nobody out. Robles really struggling here this inning. He ruled a stolen base for Dom Nahar. As he, in 2 straight pitches, reaches from first to third. Wong, with a hit, will drive him home and tie the game. 3-1 pitch from Robles. Outside, ball 4, take your base. Runners on the corner for Mateo Blandino, the UC Davis Aggie.
The catcher, number 28, Mateo Blandino.
Blandino, second team all WCAL his senior year. One of 2 D1 players on the roster for the Legacy. As Tyler Wong goes to second, and he will be safe. And it might have been smart for Lopez to hold up there. You would have thought if he threw to second, Nahar would have gone home, and it would have been a tie game. Instead, 1-0. Runners on second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Robles really struggling against this Legacy lineup. Pitch. Finds the zone, 1-1. Blandino has a chance to tie the ball game and do so much more. Wong also has some solid speed at second. A hit to the outfield has a chance and probably would give the lead to the Legacy here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 pitch to Blandino. Fouls that one off. Brings the count to 1-2. On deck right now for the Legacy is Nick Thompson. Kyler Bittner follows him. 6th spot. Count is 1-2. Blandino. Pitch. Called. Ball 2. Kings dugout thought that was a strike. It was a beautiful pitch for sure, though, from Robles. The sweeping off speed goes from one side of the box to the other. But Blandino read it. It is now 2-2, 2 on. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. And I'll hit that one. A similar, same pitch from Robles is fouled off. Blandino giving battle. Two and two for the UC Davis Aggie. Robles. Hit into the outfield, into the right center gap, and it'll drop for a base hit. Blandino. One scores, one goes to second. It'll be a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 5th for the Legacy. Blandino takes the lead with one swinging to right center, and that will be Jordan Robles' day. All 4 runs were scored while he was on the mound. Might not be his day. Hold up. Coach Cal Gross wants to talk things over. Giving him a stern talking to. Getting emotive. And that will be Robles. It's his day. Yes, it will. We'll be right back in a moment's notice when we return. Runner on second, nobody out, with plenty of damage to be done here in the bottom of the 5th. Back here in the bottom of the 5th. New pitcher in for the West Coast Kings is Dylan Cesario. After Jordan Robles gave up the 2-run double to Mateo Blandino. Cesario, the new man. We just got Robles' final line. 2/3 innings pitched, 24 pitches. Gave up 3 hits, 1 walk, struck out 1. 2 earned runs off of the bat of Blandino. That'll be 1-1 to Nick Thompson. Thompson, the San Francisco State two-way player, primarily going to be hitting this summer for the Legacy. So that'll be 1-2 to Thompson. Was previously at Cabrillo JC, where he led the team in RBIs and stolen bases, so can hit the ball well and get on base, but doesn't do so there. Cesario starts his day out with a K. Bringing up Kyler Bittner. Bittner was one of the runs in the 3rd inning after getting walked by Kiefer Kiley. His first time facing Cesario this game, he shows bunt. Pulls back in time for a call, ball 1. Bittner was mentioned as well last time, and he did show it in that 3rd inning. Threat on the bases, stole 32 bags for Kenyatta. And does like to get on base at a 438 OBP. What's at that one there? 2-0, showing the plate vision. Before Kenyatta, he played his high school ball at St. Francis in Mountain View, originally from Los Gatos. Looks at that one, ball 3. So after Cesario struck out the first batter faced, gets behind 3-0 in 3 pitches, and now forced to do the work against Bittner. Looks back. And Bittner looks at that one. 4 pitches, 4 balls. A 1-out walk for Bittner brings up Raul Soria.
Now batting, designated hitter number 48, Raul Soria.
Soria walked as well last time up in the 3rd. His 3rd time through the order, struck out in the 2nd. That was in the 4th, excuse me. Soria looks at that one for a call. It's strike 1. Runner on first is Bittner. Runner on second is Blandino. Soria at the plate. Takes a big hack there. Misses 0-2. Soria gathers himself. Waits for the 3rd pitch of the AB. Cesario in the dirt. Runners go. And they will both be safe. 2 in scoring position now. With 1 out. Legacy, no signs of slowing down. With Murata. Excuse me, that will be a pinch hitter for Murata, actually. Ryan Farr coming into the game. For the second baseman, Murata, as that will be fouled off. 1-2. And sliding in, gets the ball. I don't know if the camera caught that. Runner from, guy from the Legacy dugout, guy from the Kings dugout, both went for it. And I have to say it was on the Kings side, but the Legacy man beats him sliding in. Let's see if that energizes Soria here in the 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Remains 1 and 2. Nick White sensing an opportunity here to take advantage of a good situation. Ryan Farr was probably your top performer last week. Had a batting average of over 500. That is a wild pitch. Scores a run. Legacy showing no signs of slowing down. Cesario started his day with a strikeout, then walked a man. Now rolled with the wild pitch. Blandino reaches home. Bentner heads to third. 2 and 2 now to Soria. He fouls that one off. Soria giving a good battle to Cesario. As I was saying, Nick White sensing an opportunity, bringing up one of the better hitters in your team, Farr, who had a day off originally, coming into the game for Murata. Zombie outside again. Wild pitch will be safe at the plate. 2 wild pitches for Cesario. Scores another run for the Legacy. It is now 3-2. 3 and 2 to Soria. 6-3. It is a 4-run bottom of the 5th. Legacy opening the game up here against West Coast Kings Black. Full count pitch. High and outside. Ball 4. Take your base with a bat flip to go. Bringing up the new man, Ryan Farr.
And your attention, please. For Menlo Legacy, pinch hitting for Stevie Murata, number 2,
Pinch runner.
Ryan Farr.
Pinch running is 20. That'll be the new pinch runner is
And your attention. Pinch running at first base.
coming back in here. Just a little confusion up in the media box. Ryan Farr at the plate. Roman Trinidad is the pinch runner for Soria. Nick White showing his willingness to make some substitutions and take advantage of Cesario struggling on the mound. It'll be far in for Murata. There are cheers from the dugout. Man, these DV's Legacy like to have fun. Roman Trinidad in at first. Trinidad a threat on the base path. The other D1 player on the roster for the Legacy. Plays his college ball for Cal. Zach gets away from Cesario once again. Count is now 2-1. Excuse me, 1-1. Farr awaits. Trinidad goes. Hit high into shallow left center. Trinidad heading back to first for the second out of the inning. Bringing up Stuart Cash. Cash, of course, had the RBI, the 2-run double in the fourth.
Now batting third baseman, number 1, Stuart Cash.
Now, if a runner at first has an opportunity to drive in some more runs here, would take a solid hit into the outfield to do so, but Trinidad has the wheels to reach home from first. It'll be 1-0. Second pitch. Trinidad goes. Hit up the middle. Safe at second. And it will be out at first. A big 4-run inning here in the 5th. And just like that, it is now the Kings who are behind 6-3 heading into the top of the 6th.
Martini.
Welcome back in here, top of the 6th, and some work to do for the Kings. As the game is Gio Martini, the lefty. Chris Riddell is still on the bump for the Legacy. Gets a swing and miss there for Martini, 0-1. Into the game now. It is Blake Cowan's a catcher. Blandino moves to first. That is a swing and miss again. Riddell really feeling himself here, 0-2 against Martini. Kings, for the first time all day, are behind after the 4-run inning from the Legacy, as that'll be down low. 1-2. Far in at second for the game. Bittner at short. That'll be out. Riddell gets him looking. Excuse me, swung actually on that. That brings up the new man. Number 3, we're waiting for the announcement here. That'll be 0-1 to the new man.
Now batting number 3, Casey Karwowski.
We just got a Casey Karwowski. Can be a bit of a scramble up here at times in the press box, even with 4 people in here. It's all invested into it. It is now 1-1. Looks at that one there for. Let's try and get his 2-1 now. Popped up, foul. Catcher chasing his Cowens. It'll hit the roof of the dugout. 2-1 is the count. 1 out, nobody on.
Defensive changes. Now catching number 4, Blake Cowens.
Blake Cowens, the new man, a catcher, just finished his. He's entering a redshirt freshman year at Skyline College. Played his high school ball at Hillsdale. So it'll be now 3-1. Riddell just striking out the first batter. Get the second out here. Farr tosses it to Blandino for the second out of the inning.
Additional defensive changes for Menlo. Remaining in the game in right field, John Nahar. Remaining in the game at second base, Ryan Farr. Now at first base, Mateo Blandino. Now batting for West Coast Kings, number 20, Will Robbins.
Bringing up Will Robbins. Common thing that we see here with this Blacks team is a lot of pinch hitting. No different today as Will Robbins gets the hit. Unable to make the field, and he'll be safe at second. Robbins thought about going 3 there. 3 guys went for that ball. In the end, I think it was Baker who was unable to make the grab, and or could have been the shortstop. Bittner, hard to tell. As that'll be a double.
Second baseman, number 15, Ben O'Rourke.
Bringing Benji O'Rourke to the plate. Who came into the game for Mike Aikawa. Looked at for ball 1. One and oh. O'Rourke. Looked at for strike 1. Riddell. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Can work of the Kings lineup high. That'll be 2-1. Two on, 2 outs. Popped up high. Calling for it is Blandino, who makes the grab. Quick inning there for Riddell when we return. Baker, Nahar, and Wong, top of the order, up to bat for the Legacy. Back in here, bottom of the 6th. Brings with it the top of the order, Kieran Baker up to bat.
Center fielder, number 24, Kieran Baker.
It'll be Baker, Daniels, and Baker, Nahar, and Wong, excuse me, up to bat. Dylan Cesario still in for the Kings, as that'll be inside for ball 1. Joe O'Rourke behind the second. Lopez behind the dish, as that'll be fouled off. 1-1. The changes here at CSM. Guys getting subbed in on both sides. Both Nick White and interim manager Kyle Gross like to make their changes to the lineup. Same thing could be said for Sparker Gray, but he's not here, as that'll be fouled off. 1-2. Tomorrow, the Menlo Park Legacy play the Alameda Anchors for a 5 p.m. first pitch start time. If you need any more incentive than that to show up, well, we have it for you. The Frozen Friday. We'll have ice creams. We'll have popsicles for sale. Some pizza as well. Merch. The whole shebang. As that'll be a swing and miss from Baker. Strike 3. To bring up Dom Nahar. As I was saying, it'll be fun for the whole family. Make sure you bring out everyone. We want to see CSM Field packed out. And it is a beautiful ballpark. Hopefully it'll be a little warmer than it is today. Forecast said it should be, as that brings up Dom Nahar for the second time through. 1-0 is the count. On deck right now is Tyler Wong. Blandino still batting fourth. Now playing first with Cowan catching now. As that'll be called ball 2-0 to the Lemoore native.
So we got ball, foul. Swinging on a foul kick. Then we got 2 balls.
Lemoore was first team All-League junior year at his high school. And a little trickery from the shortstop. We ruled as an error. It was a nice hit ball, 98 off of the bat of Nahar, which brings up the new man, Tyler Wong.
Now batting, left fielder, number 7, Tyler Wong.
Tyler Wong played his high school ball at Sacred Heart Prep, was a 3-sport athlete. Football, soccer, and baseball. So that'll be looked at inside. Ball 1. And then next Friday, we'll be having a red, white, and blue dress-up day in honor of the 4th, which is less than 2 weeks away. It's just actually in 2 weeks, 14 days from now. Cesario looks back. It'll also be host family appreciation night called strike 1 there on the steal attempt from Nahar, who is safe at second. Count is even up at 1-1. Legacy today. Stolen quite a few bases. Nahar's been getting in on it. Baker, Bittner as well. He stole first and he stole second and third. We get the 1-1 pitch, forcing Cesario to step off. Nahar wants to steal third. Cesario can't allow that. Legacy have a 3-run lead and looking to add here in the bottom of the 6th. Wong awaits. Nahar goes. We knew that would happen. Slides in safely at third. And it totally gets in your head so easily when you see a guy go from first to second, and it's showing that he's going to steal second to third. You look back, steps you out of your rhythm, and then the very next pitch you release. And instead, that leads to the run. Tyler Wong to opposite field. It'll be a 4-run game now after the RBI single.
Now batting, first baseman.
Aggressive base running paying off for Dom Nahar. Bringing up Mateo Blandino. Last time around had the 2-run double. Also scored a run himself. This time now looking to bring Tyler Wong around the bases. That will be ball 1. Also came off the pitch from Robles. It is now Cesario pitching. So that'll be hit. High in the right field. Blandino slams his bat in frustration. Wong thought about tagging second there. Not something you see every day. Instead, that will be the second out of the inning. Bringing up the new man. It's Blake Cowens.
Number 4, Blake Cowens.
Ooh, he's coming into the game for Nick Thompson, whose day is now done Blandino has gone into first and replacement. Cowan's now catching. It's the 2-out pitch. Misses his own, 1-0. Cowan's not only has gotten work in as a catcher and as a hitter, also pitched the 9th inning in Friday's contest between these two teams. Had a scoreless 9th in a Tigers game. Crucial. Now showing at the plate. Fouled off. Wong looking to steal there and 2 outs. Instead, brings the count to 1-1. Wong, the run around first, showed that he was stealing last time. Cesaro now aware of that, and that will be looked at for strike 2. Beautiful off speed there by the righty.
On this iPad, it's gonna switch out.
1-2 pitch. Hitting to right field will be foul. Calls for it to be in play from the Legacy dugout instead. Brings Wong back to first and Cowan's back to the plate. Cowan's already run scored here in the bottom of the 6th. Can the Legacy add more here? Cowan's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Cesario ends the inning with a strikeout. But 1 run does come across the plate when we return. The Kings now looking up to make 4 runs instead of 3. Welcome back here in the top of the 7th. Dylan Hellman to the plate. Chris Riddell is still on the mound. Really eating up innings here in the middle of the game as that is hit to short fielded by Bittner. It was a hard hit ball, but makes the nice play. Hellman was hauling over to first, but couldn't beat the throw from Bittner, and that will be the first out of the inning.
Number 11, Josh Harris.
Riddell at 52 pitches, now 53 after the 1 pitch out. And is going quick here. Brings up Josh Paris. Lefty in for Jack Castagnola. That'll drop down in the zone for a called ball. Kind of 2-0 here. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 7th. And that one will find the zone, 2-1. Paris not looking to swing there now. 2-1. Does so. Hit into center field, where the catch is made by Kieran Baker. 2 quick outs now for Riddell, who's getting up there in pitch count.
Now batting center fielder, number 8, Kevin Ferruda.
Last inning, Dom Nahar had that was ruled as an error. We've now has now scored that as a single. So it'll be the 2-out pitch. 0-1. To Kevin Ferruda. 0-1. Hit slowly to third, fielded, and safe. And first is Ferruda. It was a slow roller to the third baseman, Cash. That brings up Ethan Lopez.
Now batting the catcher, number 16, Ethan Lopez.
2 outs, 1 on. The runner is Ferruda. For Lopez, who awaits another battle here with Riddell. First pitch. Swinging. Fouled. Collins. Chase. And unable to make the grab. Count goes to 0-1. 2 outs, 1 on. For Riddell, who's almost gone through 3 innings of work. Excuse me, this is actually his 4th inning of work. Collins drops it. Ferruda hustles over to second. And that'll be 1-1, 2 outs. 1 on. Running in scorer position. And that'll be ball 2. On the edge of the zone there. 2-1. There is a arm warming up in the Legacy bullpen. Fouled off 2-2 to the backstop. The ball is collected. 2-2. Riddell gathers himself. Runner on second is Ferruda. Lopez at the plate. Breaking ball. Fouled off. Tip of the bat from Lopez. Count remains 2-2. Another battle for Riddell. He's had plenty of these today, and most of the time he's come out on top. Pitch. Outside, ball 3. Full count here to Ethan Lopez. As what was looking to be a quick inning of work for Riddell. Now runner on second. 3-2 pitch. Finds the zone. Strike 3 looking. We'll head into the bottom of the 7th. Legacy still leads 7-3. Sun is setting here as we're heading into the bottom of the 7th. It's a 7-3 lead for the Menlo Park Legacy. With the bottom part of the order coming up, it's going to be Bittner, Trinidad, and Farr up to bat for the Legacy. First up is Kyler Bittner. New pitcher on the mound is Trevor Carmignani. Cesario's final line on the day. 2 innings pitched, 39 pitches. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Walked 2, struck out 3. A tough 2 innings there. It was kind of when the game really opened up for the Legacy as they control a 4-run lead here. This pitch for Carmignani was a ball, second one, fouled off, 1-1. Arm also warming up in the bullpen from the Legacy. We'll tell you who it is as soon as we know. Third pitch. High and inside, rolled strike 2. And it is Cole Dixon who is warming up for the Legacy. Pitch. Down in the dirt, 2-2, evened up for Bittner. Legacy looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. If the result would hold, they would do so and get the 3rd straight win over the Kings Black, as that'll be the first out of the inning. Bittner unable to reach base. Bringing up Roman Trinidad, the Cal Golden Bear.
Now batting,
Pinch ran.
Number 20, Roman Trinidad.
Pinch ran for Raul Soria, who reached base twice in today's game. Trinidad, the lefty, awaits. Doesn't swing from the offering of Carmignani, the lefty. 1-0. Trinidad, new to the team, joined this week. This is his 2nd home game. Had a tough debut, got pulled. As that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Trinidad is back to the dugout to bring up Ryan Farr after 2 quick outs for Carmignani.
Now batting, second baseman, number 2, Ryan Farr.
Ryan Farr, last week for the Legacy, hit over 500. Had a couple RBIs as well. It was an impressive week for the middle infielder. Looking to continue it now, 1-0. Came into the game for Stevie Murata, who struggled to get things going with the bat. Had a nice diving grab at second base, though. That'll be a big hack missed, 1-1. On deck right now is a new hitter for the Legacy. It would be Will Florio coming into the game for Stuart Cash. 2-1 to Farr. 4th pitch to the AB to the righty. And that'll be high and inside. 3-1 now to Farr. The Cal Lutheran man. Had a .412 batting average on there. 4 doubles and a home run. And we'll get strike 2 called there. Tosses his bat, has to collect it. Thought it was ball 4 instead. The count is full. 3-2, 2 outs. Nobody on. for Ryan Farr. Carmignani struggling a bit this inning with some of his control, but also has gotten quick outs, and at the end of the day, that's what the Kings need right now. Pitch. Hit into the gap. Dropping between left center. It will be a base hit for Farr, who's going for 2. And will hold up at second with the stand-up double. 2 outs, springing up. The new man, Will Florio. Florio, the pinch hitter, coming into the game, had a couple at-bats in Tuesday's loss. 8 at-bats last season. Hard not to.
And your attention, please. Fourth in the pinch hitting for Stuart Cash. Number 22, Will Florio.
Pirates on the fucking boat. Pirates on the boat.
It is the second day hearing that walk-up song, and it does not get old. It is not getting old, and I don't think it will ever get old. The entirety of the media, the press box is breaking in laughter. Is that to be looked at for 0-1. Who would have thought that Miles' Pirates on a Boat would be the soundtrack to the summer here at CSM, but Will Florio provides. 0-1. Second pitch of the AB. Outside, ball 1. Florio's got a man on second. It's Farr. That's for Florio. Plays his college ball at Stonehill College in Easton, Mass. Played his high school ball at St. Francis. That'll drop into his own 1-2. As chirps of Pirates off the boat come from the Kings dugout, I hope you can hear the massive smile on my face. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Pirates are unable to find the treasure there as we head into the top of the 8th. 7-3 remains your score. When we return, Legacy hold.
Third baseman, number 17, Jacob Johnson.
Welcome back in here at top of the 8th, and it's a new pitcher for the Menlo Park Legacy. It's Cole Dixon on the bump, as Bittner struggles to make the play there, unable to get the ball, and it will be a error for the shortstop. Dixon comes into the game for Chris Rudell, who had 4 innings of work,
Number 5, Gio Martini.
66 pitches, gave up 5 hits and 1 run, but no walks and 4 strikeouts. There's Dixon now into the game. Florio stays in at first. Blandino slides over to third for the Legacy. Pitch. Call. Strike 1. Dixon working with a 3-pitch mix. That's a fastball, curveball, and slider. The righty played his college ball at Lakeland University, now transferred over to Whitworth. Lakeland University out in Wisconsin. So it'll be 0-2 for Dixon. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Remains 0-2 to Gio Martini. Dixon, before heading off to college, played his high school ball at Moreau Catholic. As that will be ball 1. Chirps from the Legacy dugouts. They do like to have fun, it has to be said. I don't think there's ever been a day where I haven't laughed at some of the chirps coming from the right side of the field. The count is even up at 2-2. Dixon. This is the first action we've seen all season. Looks back. Fouled off to short. And they'll just get the easy out at first. Florio on the tag. Advances. Johnson the second. He's been probably their standout player this game. 0-0 pitch, 1 out. Unable to get to the zone. It's 1-0. Dixon. Gotta get second out of the inning here. Looks back. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Big hack by Casey Karbowski. I mentioned the Kings do have some work to do. They're down by 4, but I wouldn't put it past them. Each game played by these teams has been close. Both of them 1-run wins for the Legacy. That'll be 2-1 now. Last week, the Legacy won 4 in a row. Now, riding a 3-game losing streak. 3-1 record at home. Pitch. Drops into his own for strike 2. Karbowski just looked at that one. The fastball from Dixon finds his own, and now it is even up, 2 apiece. 1 on, 1 out. Dixon, the tall righty. Looks back to second. Pitch. Down on the dirt. Misses there, 3-2. You wait. Full count pitch to Karbowski. And will be ball 4. Take your base. Dixon Got ahead in the count, then quickly behind.
First baseman, number 20, Will Robbins.
Bringing up Will Robbins.
I got some info on Robbins. Princeton bound graduate of Burlingame.
Robbins. It's the first pitch. Hit. Foul. Goes to 0-1. Robbins played his high school ball just down the road at Burlingame High. Now, in his college ball on the East Coast for Princeton. Robbins awaits. 0-1 pitch from Dixon. Unable to drop into his own. 1-1. Runner on first, double play ball in effect. Dixon could end the inning right here, but would need some help from his defense. So that is low and away, 2-1 now to Robbins. That'll be hit up the middle, fielded, out at second, out at first. Double play to end the inning. Defense getting it done here in the top of the 8th. When we return, the top of the order, Baker, Nahar, and Wong to the plate for the Legacy.
Number 24, Kieran Baker.
Welcome in here to the bottom of the 8th. Baker, Nahar, and Wong to the plate for the Legacy, who control a 73 lead here. Could always use some more insurance. That is 1-0 to Baker. On the bump still is Trevor Carmignani, as well as some defensive shuffling around for the Kings, as that is fouled off, 1-1. That'll be 2-1 here to Kieran Baker. Baker Went to Lincoln High School up in San Francisco. Now will be playing his college ball here at College of San Mateo. CSM Field. I'm sure he'll agree it's a very beautiful ballpark. And you'll have to come down here to check it out tomorrow as we have Frozen Friday for our showdown against the Alameda Anchors. Ice cream and popsicles will be sold, as well as some warmer options like pizza. And let's be honest, pizza will be pretty handy here. It does get a little chilly, although the weather should be improved for Friday's contest against the Anchors, their first time coming to CSM. 3-2 pitch here to Baker. Carmignani throws and outside, ball 4. The leadoff man is on for Dom Nahar, who's batting second here.
Defensive change, now playing at first base for West Coast Kings, number 4, Jeff Goldberg. Now batting for the Legacy, right fielder, number 25, Dom Nahar.
Which brings up Dom Nahar, the CSU East Bay freshman, previously at Lemoore High School out in the East Bay, Lemoore College. First pitch drops in for strike 1. Nahar has reached base a couple times, notably stolen some bags as well. Went from first to third a couple innings back. I'll repeat that result on here and get on base. So that'll be ball 1 to Nahar. Wong is on deck for the Legacy. Pitch, swing, and a miss from Nahar, high and inside. Couldn't connect, bat the ball there. As Baker takes his lead at first. Fret on the base path for sure. And Baker goes. Hit into shallow right. It'll be going foul and caught. Tagging the first and will be safe. Baker just makes it back in the nick of time. First out on the inning. As that brings up Tyler Wong.
Now batting, left fielder, number 7, Tyler Wong.
Tyler Wong to the plate now, the Tufts jumbo hitter. Usually in the infield, but recently, manager Nick White has liked him in the outfield. Wow, first pitch is high for ball 1. Baker's at first. We know he can steal. Wong at the plate for Carmignani. Pitching. And that'll be ball 2. Lopez on the sides behind the plate. He came into the game earlier for... Man, as Baker goes, and he will be sliding in safe. Count is now 3-0 to Wong. Lopez came into the game for Klitsby as I was scrambling for the roster. 3-0 swinging from Wong, up by 4. Some would call it disrespectful. I'd call it just being safe. As Wong probably going to get here to get something to swing at here again. On the 3-1 pitch. Down in the dirt, take your base. Ball 4. With runners on first and second for Blandino. The Legacy could be looking to do some more damage here in the bottom of the 8th. Bringing up Blandino. The UC Davis Aggie. Kind of had the 2-run double that started this offensive explosion for the Legacy in the fifth. That'll be ruled strike one. Carmignani gathers himself. Blandino awaits. Pitch comes and drops it of his own for strike two. 0-2 now to Blandino, the Archbishop Mitty alum. Awaits the third pitch of the AB. Comes, fouled off, staying alive is the righty. He joined the team just last week. UC Davis gets out later than most schools because of the quarter system, so Blandino was unable to leave. I think the 2.5 hour drive southeast to the Bay Area, as that will be strike three for Blandino. The second out of the inning to bring up Blake Cowens.
Now batting the catcher, number 4, Blake Cowens.
Blake Cowens now at the plate. Plays his college ball up at Skyline. Originally from Foster City, and takes a massive hack there, 0-1. Arm warming up in the Legacy bullpen. Right now, worrying about here in the bottom of the 8th as Cowens hits that one into the gap, dropping right center. Runner going home, Baker, and he will be safe at the plate. Didn't even need to slide. Just kind of high-stepped in his way there as Cowens gets the RBI double. Excuse me, RBI single. Baker scores another run for the Legacy, who are now up by 5.
Now batting the shortstop, number 8, Kyler Bittner.
With Kyler Bittner now into the batter's box. 2-out rally here, potentially, for the Legacy. Cowens on first. Long at second, and it'll be ball one. One-0 pitch. Trinidad on deck. And it will drop in for, call it strike one. 1-1 now to Bittner. Bittner now awaits the 1-1 pitch from Carmignani. Hits that one, gets a piece of it to the shortstop, and will be out at second. As Cowens, as we head into the top of the 9th. Legacy's control a 5-run lead. Will they hold it? We'll find out. Legacy 3 outs away from a win as we head into the top of the 9th. Welcome in here, top of the ninth. The pitcher, Christian Klosterman, looking to close things out here for the Legacy. Klosterman has a 5-pitch mix: sinker, fastball, curveball, changeup, and slider. We have Chris Dixon's final line on the day. 1 inning, 18 pitches, gave up a hit and a walk, but surrendered no runs, and that's the crucial part. No strikeouts as well as that is hit. Klosterman, before it gets up the hit, and then it'll be out at first. Making the play at second is Ryan Farr for the first out of the inning. As that brings up the new man for
first baseman, number 4, Jeff Goldberg.
Kings. It's Jeff Goldberg. Klosterman made 4 appearances last year for the Kenyatta Colts. Had an 8.31 Ks per 9. As that is hammered to first. Making the play is Florio. And that'll be the second out of the inning. 2 very quick outs. And just like that, the Legacy are 1 out away from getting back into the win column.
Center fielder, number 11, Josh Harris.
They control a 8-3 lead here over the Kings. Josh Paris at the plate now.
That one is mine.
As that'll be a ball looking. 1-0.
If you could just unplug it for the connector.
Klosterman, second pitch. Finds his own this time, 1-1. Before heading off to Kenyatta, Klosterman played some high school ball at Bellarmine. And drops out one of his own, 1-2. The Legacy are a strike away from winning the game. Klosterman awaits. Swing and a miss. That's the ball game. Legacy win handedly, 8-3 over the West Coast Kings. A massive result to get back into the win column, as they remain undefeated against this West Coast Kings black squad. Tomorrow, they'll take on the Alameda Anchors for the first time all year, as they look to stay winning here at CSM Field. For the Menlo Park Legacy, I've been Nate Martin. We'll see you tomorrow night at 5 o'clock.